Hi beauties, it's Meka. Welcome back to my channel. So I have come back for you guys today on this Sunday afternoon to bring you guys my 2015 favorites. I asked in my previous video, which was a massive haul, if you didn't watch that video, make sure you check it out. I will leave that link down below. But I asked you guys if you thought if it was too late for a 2015 beauty favorites, and you guys said no, please film it. So here I am today. So I'm not going to ramble. We are just going to jump right in. So if you are interested in seeing my 2015 beauty favorites, then just keep on watching. Alright you guys, so first of all I just wanted to say I'm sorry I look a mess, but this is the only time that I had to film this video. So we are just going to work with it and get this thing done. I'm not going to ramble. I'm only going to go over the products that I was really loving this year. So yeah, I'm going to go in the order from which I apply the items to my face, just to make it a little bit easier. So whenever I'm doing my makeup application, the first thing I start off with is my brows. So the standout product of 2015 was the NYX Microbrow Pencil. This pencil is very soft, creamy, and pigmented, which I find makes it easier to apply. I don't have to use a lot of pressure. I love this so much. It's 10 bucks at the drugstore when you can find it for buy one, get one, 50% off. You have an awesome deal. I always stock up. I use the shade Espresso and I have it on my brows today. So the Microbrow Pencil. After I do my brows, I typically do my eyeshadows, and I apologize because these are limited edition palettes, but everything is sold individually. So there are two specific palettes by Anastasia, Beverly Hills, that have just been my go-to. One being the Amrezy palette, which I've beat this palette up so much, but as you can see, I did hit pan on Caramel and Morocco. Caramel is the most perfect transition shade for my skin tone, so I picked that up. I love Morocco. It's this beautiful burnt orange shade. Again, wonderful for women of color. This purple, iridescent purple, I use on my waterline so many times for a pop of color. I just love it. Deep Plum I use in my outer corner to deepen it up. I just love this palette so much, but these shades are available individually, so you can pick those up. And then also the World Traveler Shadow Couture palette. You guys, like, in my most recent video, I got a lot of requests to do a tutorial on my look, and I had used just this palette. I used Fudge, Morocco, Pink Champagne, Noir. This palette seriously is amazing, and again, I don't think it's available, but all these shades are sold individually. I really do like the quality of Anastasia shadows. They're very smooth, buttery, they blend well. No issues. Love this palette. And on the more affordable spectrum of shadows, we have Makeup Geek shadows, guys. So these are all of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows that I put into a MAC palette, but these are super inexpensive. They're like $6 each. The quality is amazing. Amazing. They're so smooth, soft, buttery, everything. I love Makeup Geek shadows. Cocoa Bear, wonderful for women of color. Bitin is a beautiful maroon shade. I love my Makeup Geek shadows. So this is also a standout for me this year. After I do my eyeshadow, I then move on to my liner, and this may be no surprise to you, but the NYC Liquid Liner, I mean, I've talked about this a million times. I think everybody talks about it. It's raved here on YouTube, and it's just wonderful for me. It's super expensive, $2.99. At first it was a little difficult to get used to the wand because it's a brush. But I got used to it, and I'm able to just flick it out and then draw my eyeliner. Super easy, very black, it's matte, and I love this. So the NYC Liquid Liner. After liner, I go into mascara, and mascaras are difficult for me. Like, I don't really like to buy high-end mascaras because mascara is mascara, and I'm just going to put lashes on over it. So I did return back to my L'Oreal Voluminous. This is in the shade shade Blackest Black. I just feel like it gives my eyes the most vavoom drama. I can wear no lashes and use this and I don't feel so naked. And yeah, I love this. Super inexpensive at the drugstore. Give it a try. Right, moving on. Next is lashes. For lashes, I have like one of my holy grails that I just love, which are the Ardell Wispies, which I think are perfect for everyday, more like natural looks. You know, it's those lashes that, I mean, you can tell you have lashes, but it's not like super dramatic lashes. I do have them on today. I feel like they're the easiest lashes to apply. I do have hooded lids, and the way my eyes are curved, I feel like it's hard for lashes to adhere. Like I try to bend the lashes, but they end up lifting on the inside, on the outside. Anyways, I love the band of these Ardell lashes. They're very bendable and they just shape to my eye perfectly, and I don't have any issues with them. They're like my go-to. So these are the Ardell Wispies. Higher end lash. The Sephora Luxe False Lash. They look like these. They are a little bit more dramatic. They're full volume. And then the lashes are made from cashmere, which is like a natural hair. They're super soft. They're like double layered, like stacked, and they're just super dramatic. And I love the band on this. The band is very thin, very easy for me to apply and for them to stick to my eyes, and they are just stunning. So, all right, so after my eyes are finished, I move on to my face. So I'm going to start off with a primer, and I have two primers I want to mention. Again, this probably won't be a surprise to you, but the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Mattifying Primer. I've mentioned this a million times before. As you guys know, I am a oily girl, and this just keeps my oils at bay. I love this. I apply this to my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, my upper lip, and then just like this part here in my cheeks. And then combination with that, I use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizing Smoothing Primer, because I've noticed that my skin has had a lot of texture, and I didn't use this today and I'm so regretting it, because I looked in the mirror and I could just see like it's the texture in my skin, and this really smooths everything out. I apply this to my cheeks and then around my jawline because I have my acne scars, and this seriously makes a huge difference, and these two together are miracle workers. Okay, moving on, I have three foundations to mention. One being my drugstore favorite, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Mat. I am in the shade Cocoa. This replaced my Revlon foundation that I had to stop using, and it's better than the Revlon foundation, let me tell you. So anything 24-hour matte grabs my attention. You guys know I love being matte and I love long-lasting foundations, and this is it. It's matte, it lasts a long time, it's medium to full coverage, it doesn't look kicky on the skin, it blends in naturally, like it looks really good. I wish there was a better color selection. There aren't that many shades geared towards darker women of color. This is the shade Cocoa, which is my shade, and it's the darkest in the line. So they do need to work on that. They do need more colors, but again, I love the finish. I love the coverage. I mean, it's like $11. The packaging doesn't bother me. It's like a nice little squeeze tube. Good for traveling, and this is like my drugstore go-to foundation. I kind of use my everyday foundation, like on the days that I'm going to work and I want a little bit of coverage, like this is what I use. And then for higher end foundations, it would have to be these two mixed together, which may sound weird, but my Makeup Forever HD foundation, the original, I do not like. I tried out the Ultra HD and I don't like it. So when these run out, I'm so sad that they discontinued them, because I love them. And this one is already like doing the squirts when I push out the foundation, like it's awful. But this is in the shade 177 and then 178. I do mix these because this is more like, it gives me that gray cast, and then this is a little too red for my skin. So I mixed these together and it is perfect. That's what I have on my face today, along with the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. This is in the shade Deep 74, you guys. This is so full coverage. And I love full coverage, but sometimes it's too much. So when I want that super full coverage, I use this alone. When I don't want so much full coverage, I use these and this together, if that makes sense. So I use this pretty generally all over on the upper half of my face, and then when I go to the chin and jawline, when I want more coverage, I use this to cover up the majority of my acne scars. When I'm going for just a more natural, just, you know, medium finish, coverage wise, I just use these alone. But it's a combination of just these or both or whatnot, but I love these foundations. So this is, again, like I said, full coverage, full coverage. It says it's transfer resistant. It is a matte finish, oil free and fragrance free. And I have this one in Deep 74. I also have a Deep 66 back there. I just love this foundation. Those are my foundation choices. And then to set my foundation, it is the Makeup Forever Duo Matte Powder in 214. I like to be matte, so I use this powder to set all over my face. I go in very lightly because, again, I don't want that powdery cakey look, so I just lightly go and set all over my face. I also use this to blend out my contour and my blush, but this is like my go-to powder for sure. All right, for concealer, I mean, do I have to tell you guys my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I hated it in the beginning, and I started using it more and I love it so much. But what I did notice that it kind of was giving me like a white cast, like it was too bright underneath my eyes. So I started mixing it with the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer. This is in the shade Toffee, and these two mixed together, it's what I have on my face today. It's pure perfection. And wham bam, thank you ma'am, wonderful combo. This is like $2, $2, and it just looks beautiful underneath the eyes. I also put it on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and my forehead, and this will run you $20, but it is wonderful. It doesn't crease underneath my eyes. It's medium coverage. It has a beautiful brightening effect. Like, this is my second one already. I already repurchased a new one. I love this concealer so much. And then to apply my concealer, my favorite tool in the whole entire world is my cute little beauty blender. I'm sorry it's dirty, I just used it today, but this is my go-to for underneath my eyes. I will not use anything else. I will not use a brush, nothing else but my beauty blender. I don't use a beauty blender for my foundation, but I do use it for underneath my eyes. I noticed that it takes up too much, absorbs too much product for my foundation, and I like that full coverage, but I don't necessarily want the full cakiness underneath my eyes, so I use this sponge underneath my eyes. I also use it to blend out my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. I love this. Set underneath my eyes is the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder and Translucent. You guys, this just sets everything so beautiful. It makes my under eyes look flawless. It, you know, again, with the concealer and this, there's no creasing underneath my eyes whatsoever. I wear this every single day. You will never see me set my eyes with anything else, unless I'm doing like a whole drugstore look, but even then I cringe. Like, I need my Laura Mercier powder. If you haven't tried it, try it. Don't get the invisible because it's white. This is just the translucent. It's this cream yellow, like cream beige color, and it's just wonderful. It just sets underneath my eyes beautifully. All right, for bronzer, my favorite is the Bobbi Brown Bronzing Powder in Deep 4. I cannot get enough of this. This opened my eyes to the world of bronzing for women of color, and it just really warms up my face and gives a little bit more umph. And because when you do foundation and everything, it's just so flat, and this just adds so much more, and I love it. And I want to try the Guerlain bronzer next, but it's been sold out on Sephora, so that is on my wish list. So I will definitely be giving that a try. But if you guys have not tried the bronzing powder from Bobbi Brown, I am a NW45 and MAC for reference, and I use the Deep 4 bronzer, and this is like my best friend. Like, right, for blushes, 2 blushes stand out for me. Both of them are by Nars. The first one is Seduction. It is this very deep berry shade, beautiful for the fall and winter months when you're going for, you know, that deeper look. This is beautiful, wonderful on women of color. I think it might be a little too heavier if you're, you know, fair skinned. It might be a little much, but if you are medium to deeper skin tones, this is stunning. And then the second one, I reach for this all the time, is Torrid. It's like a peachy apricot shade. It has a little bit of shimmer, not too much, but I think it is, again, beautiful for medium to deeper skin tones. I use this all the time. This is kind of the shade that I more go towards in the spring and summer. So Torrid. All right, for highlighters, the number one highlighter that I've been reaching for this year is Laura Geller's Gilded Honey. I think this is the closest dupe to MAC's Whisper of Guilt, and it is freaking beautiful. I do have it on today, and it looks like this. It is such a beautiful gold shade. Ugh, so pretty. If you guys have not tried it, please do. Please do. It is so pretty. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I wear this in the majority of my videos because I can't get enough. I can't. All right. And as we all know, 2015 was the year of liquid lipsticks. I seriously have so many in my collection, and it was ridiculously hard for me to pick out favorites, but I'm just going to go over like the ones that I find myself reaching for the most. And one is ColourPop. So this formula is not my favorite. I'm not a big fan of the formula. It is pretty drying, and it does not last nearly as long as some of the other formulas that I have in my collection, but a couple of the shades I'm just obsessed with. So one of them is Kapow, and I was wearing it, and I think it was like my Too Faced Bonbons palette video, and this shade is like that perfect like gray purple shade. I love it so much, you guys, and it is only $6, super inexpensive, and it's just such a unique, just so unique, and I haven't found anything like it. And also from the same line, ColourPop, their shade Beeper, which is like a pinky, like mauve brown. It's like a pinky, rosy mauve shade in Beeper. Also one of my go-tos. So like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the formula, but they have a bajillion colors. I did swatch the first 25 that were released on my lips, so I will leave that linked if you guys haven't checked that out. And I will be swatching the like new 15 that they've come out with. I have that in a video coming up soon, but I love it. $6. All right, and then next from Girlactic, I mentioned this in my last haul video from iMats. Their matte lip paints are seriously wonderful. I'm wearing it on my lips now. This is in the shade Demure. The formula by far has to be my favorite out of all of them. And I'll swatch this on my hand. As I said, I have it on my lips. I plan on doing a swatch video on these, but It is seriously the most comfortable formula on the lips. It is not drying. It doesn't like peel. It's super long lasting. It feels super nice. So nice on my lips. It's very opaque. It's just, look at it. I love it. So this is Demure. Keep a lookout for the swatch video on that. And then the colors that I've been using a lot this winter are from Kat Von D. And I wore this to IMATS, and I was like 9 o'clock at night, and I was at dinner with my friend Taisha, and she was like, what do you have on your lips? Because it has not moved all day. And I had it on all day. And it was a combination of these two, which are Damned and Exorcism by Kat Von D. And I love these so much. So this is Damned. It's a super dark, like a blackberry shade. There is that. And then Exorcism, like a burgundy shade. And it is right there. Kat Von D's formula I love, and the Galactic formula I love. And all right, you guys, so that is it for my 2015 beauty favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know what your guys' favorite products are, because there's a lot that I want to try this year. Like I said, I want to try that Girl On bronzer. There's some other things that I want to try. So let me know what you guys like down below so I can kind of make a list. And I think I'm going to do a video of all the products that I want to try. So yeah, you guys, that is it. Make sure you subscribe before you go so that you know when I upload new videos. Also, follow me on my social media because I am super active with you guys there. I will leave my handles in the description box below. Leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.